must sweat. In the middle of the Christmas holy days, I was called to a young man in a fever. He had 2 great swellings, one on each thigh. When I saw them, I pronounced his sickness to be plague.
Plague, a fearful and deadly disease. No one at that time knew what caused it. That the disease was spread by rat fleas. Once bitten by an infected flea, the victim might soon be close to death. This was one of the first cases, and the beginning of the Great Plague. London in the winter of 1665. More than 100,000 people are going to die in the year ahead. Much of what we know about this terrible year comes from the writings of 2 men. The doctor, Nathaniel Hodges.
An account of the plague in London by Nathaniel Hodges.
And Samuel Pepys, who lived in London and kept a diary of what he did, day by day.
It being a very fine frosty day, I walked to Whitehall. This last winter hath been as hard a winter as any there hath been these many years.
Charlie, come on, give it to me. And don't you join me, because it'll make it worse. Come on, Charlie. Look, I'm just about fed up with this. Come on. Come, out of the way, come on, get out of the way. Look, I'm zooming now. Yes, Master?
Finished all your work, have you?
No, Master. I was just playing with the children, yeah. They're all a bit excited, you see, because they know there's a new baby on the way.
Oh, I see, a new baby on the way, so there's no work to be done. That's it? I keep an apprentice to play with my children.
No, Master.
No, Master, I don't. What's this?
It's my work. It's what you set me.
Yes, and that's what you're here for, Harry. And don't you forget it, to work. To learn my trade. The saddler's trade, boy. Saddles, bridle, harnesses, everything for horses. And no one ever learned a trade by play, do you understand? Come here, boy. Come here. Look at this stitching. I told you to keep it straight, nice and even. What's wrong with you, boy?
Well,
Harry, I let you live with me. I take you into my house. I try to teach you all I know. How long have you been here now? A year, more, and still you do work like this. It's ruined. I can't sell harness like this. And I don't like throwing good leather away, Harry. I don't like that at all. It's the new baby. It's the new baby, my darlings. Look, children. Come on, look at the new baby sister. Come on, look at her. Watch up. Look, now then. Can you see her? Yeah. I see it.
Upon the frost breaking in the month of April 1665, the fearful disease gained ground.
All the news is of the plague growing upon us in this time.
A law was made for marking the houses of infected persons with a cross.
This day, much against my will, I did in Drury Lane see 2 or 3 houses marked with a cross upon the door, and Lord have mercy on us, writ there.
The infection continued through May and June. Then, with speed, the trembling inhabitants began to leave the city and flocked in crowds out of London.
Right, that is it then, Alice. Look out, will you? Just out of it.
That's it then, Toby. Everything the master wants. Wish I was going with him.
What? Out of London? Into the country?
Yes.
Ah, no. Rather stay me. Here. Just think, Alice.
No Sir Edmund here to tell you what to do. As much as you want to eat and drink, bed when you want, up when you want. God, it's like a dream, that.
Unless you're afraid, of course. Afraid of the plague.
Now, we won't get a sniff of the plague. Not right here in the city. The walls will keep it out. You mark my words.
In the evening, home to supper. There, to my great trouble, hear that the plague is come within the walls, into the city itself.
The disease raged worst among the common people. At first it only scattered its arrows, but at last it covered the city with death.
My friend! My friend! Can you hear me?
Only a few days ago, I took a coach from Holborn. The coachman drove slower and slower and finally came to a halt. He came up to me, also unsteady on his feet, and said he was very sick and suddenly almost blind. He couldn't see. So I got out and took another coach. That was mercifully quick, Nat.
Sometimes, yes, it is. There. You see, Sam? The ring of roses. That's the mark. That won't keep the plague away, Sam. That won't do you any good at all. No good at all. Tobacco. Here. I'll make you up some of these to suck. Child?
Yes?
How often does the cart come, child, for the bodies?
Every night, sir. It's so hot.
Every night, eh? Good. Good.
Sir Edmund's been left weeks now, hasn't he? Middle of June he went.
You didn't think he'd stay, did you? Not with his country house waiting for him.
They've got no stomach for London, none of them. Not even the king. I thought he was a brave man.
We could go too.
Where to?
Out of London like the rest. Before it's too late. Come on.
Look, if we were to leave London, we'd need health certificates from the mayor to show that we're free from the plague. Health certificates for us all, and Harry, I'll not leave him behind. Even though he is good for nothing. Maybe we should leave the city, I don't know.
I'm afraid for the children.
Well, if only we weren't so many, we could go to your aunt's at Greenwich, if she'd have us. But there's not a chance. She hasn't room for all of us. And then there's the shop. Business. What's left of it. There's that, too. Well, can we just shut up and leave? Can we?
Whatever you decide.
Well, we can't. It's just... It's so... It's too difficult.
Here.
Go on.
What's the matter? You're right. Come on. You come inside. You come.
Who is it?
Searcher!
Searcher?
Searcher!
Oh, no. No.
Do you have to report it? Do you?
Look, we have to leave London. We have to leave immediately. We shall need health certificates, and if they hear there's plague in the house. This can't be plague. Please, it can't be plague.
Finished, Toby?
Early.
rather you than me.
I ain't afraid.
Oh, no, you like it, didn't you? Being a plague watchman.
It's got to be done, Alice.
Has it?
Now, look, the Elfie's got to make sure the sick don't come out of their houses, because if the sick walks all over town, we're all dead. Aren't we, Doctor?
But they say it's in the air, though. They say plague poisons the air.
They say anything they do. I reckon it's the dogs and the cats what gives you the plague. Yeah, that's why they're killing them all over town. Dogs and cats.
No, it's in the air. You can tell. The air smells. I wouldn't stand too near a plague house if I were you.
There. This is what we call a cataplasm. It contains fenugreek and linseed and some egg. It'll treat the inflammation and yet keep the pores open, you'll see. Now, don't change the blankets and don't wash the children. Just keep them covered and make them sweat. Always make them sweat, you see. And please, some do recover, even when the fever's on them. Now, yes, burn all the infected clothes and make smoke. As much smoke as you can. It purifies the air. Well, you're a saddler, sir. Use the leather. Use old harness. Right. Oh, and mistress, make a posset. Milk and porter, and put a little of this in it. And make them drink as much of it as they can.
Doctor, if we're to be shut in this house for 40 days, we shall need a nurse, if only to fetch the food.
Oh, no, sir. No, no. Never a nurse. Never. If you please. Now, get the watchman to bring you food and milk for the baby, but not a nurse. I insist. Ah, these are terrible times, sir. Terrible times.
What do you mean?
These so-called nurses are nothing but wicked witches, sir. Their one desire is to spread the infection. And then when everyone in the house is either dead or dying, then they help themselves to everything and call it their fee. Heaven will punish them for their crimes against the sick. So no nurses, sir. Trust me. I'll come again soon.
You're dead.
In the months of August and September, the disease made a terrible slaughter, so that 3,000 or 4,000 or 5,000 died in a week. And once, 8,000.
You're dead.
We should have left.
Don't be foolish.
I'm sorry.
I'm not blaming you. We've still got our baby. We've still got Mary.
Perhaps we should pray.
Husband, if God wants them all, he'll take them all, never fear.
What if only he'd take me instead? Why can't he take me?
That wouldn't help. Look, why don't we try and save Mary? She's not sick. She could go to me aunt in Greenwich. Why don't we try and save her?
Because we're locked up in this house. Because the door's guarded and bolted.
I've got an idea. I want help. What? Help. I want help.
You got the plague?
Oh. do something for me?
Plague dog, eh? You're worth tuppence to me if I catch you. That's what you're worth, tuppence, for a dead dog.
If you could help us. We've still got the baby and we want to save the baby. It's all right. She'll do it. But undress her. We must burn the clothes.
Wait! Wait, you!
Now.
What? Who are you? What do you want?
And so it was you, Nat, who delivered the child to safety.
Yes, I took her to the aunt at Greenwich, which took me half a day, Sam. But I was glad to play a small part in saving her. For they were good people, the Barnwells, and sorely stricken by the plague.
And yet they survived it. Mother, father, and their apprentice.
Yes. So perhaps the baby would have been safe even if it had stayed with them. Who's to tell? But it was worth it, Sam.
Indeed it was. Now, more wine, Nat Hodges. More wine.
No one knows exactly how many died of plague in London in that year of 1665. Some say the disease killed 1 person in every 3. Nobody knows either why some people stayed healthy while others died. Why did Master Barnwell, his wife, his apprentice, and the baby survive when all the rest of the family died?